Shiva, we need you now. The gods, where are you all? Come and save us from this madhouse. I guess when you start looking at gods and who they really were, and angels, and you start doing the research, a lot of it pinpoints back to extraterrestrials. And how would you paint something that you really don't know? Back then, you saw birds flying. That's the only way you could kind of draw something in a picture to make people understand. So they've got wings. Did they? Or were they just extraterrestrials? It's a really fascinating subject. And it's not one that I want to talk about. Do I believe in angels? Well, I believe that there's another world. And however you want to describe that other world is a very, very personal thing. And I think we should all respect one another's. Everybody has a right to have an opinion and a thought. Just like this moment, everybody has a right. You have a right, I have a right, and you shouldn't be angry with other people because they have their opinion and belief system and what they think is right and wrong. Let them be. Let everybody be. If we allowed everybody to be, it would be an amazing world. I think the only problem there is that when somebody has an agenda in a playground, if they're a bully, and the truth got out, the bully wants to suppress that truth, so he threatens them with it's lies, it's all lies, and then with, if you do that, I'm gonna sort you out. And I guess our government's doing exactly the same thing. And I have a simple thought process on that. If something isn't real, doesn't make any sense, and if it's not true, in my humble opinion, why would it bother me and worry me when I know the truth? The truth should stand strong. But when the playground bully and the government, the system, starts to accuse and call you and start to say that you're fake and starts to say that we'll put you in prison, then you can clearly see that we're living in a playground bully system. Freedom of speech is nearly gone. Your rights to live, well, look, you're stuck inside. I mean, if somebody had said to me 2 years ago that this whole world is going to be shut behind doors and they ain't going to be coming out, I'd have laughed and said, no, I don't think that would be possible. Anything's possible now. And you can see how easy it is to manipulate a country. And now you can see how easy it is how World War II started, because we are easily manipulated by what I believe are very clever people in power who know exactly what they're doing. Exactly. Was this all by chance? Not a chance. Not a chance. This was cleverly orchestrated. How could somebody possibly hurt another person by making something that was going to affect many people? People do that. The military have done it for eons. They don't care. The ones at the top don't care. We're simply an experiment. We're guinea pigs. We're rats. That's all we are. And you may say, how can another human being do that? Because I wouldn't do it. Well, that's why this is happening, because we as humans, as good people, believe that nobody would do anything like that. But unfortunately, there are many playground bullies and many people without a heart or a soul, and they simply do not care. they simply don't care. How could that possibly be? How can another human being not care for another human being? I think that's what we have to wake up to. But it's really, really a beautiful time. Other than that, people are becoming stronger, without a doubt. People are starting to awaken to all that is happening around. There is confusion right now. There is a lot of speculation. I think it's really a good time to go inside, to feel. And I guess the ultimate question is this. Ask yourself this question. After all this is over, because it will be over, and the end result is freedom completely. You will then be, you will obey, and you will have a vaccination with a chip in it. That's no doubt. We've been saying this for years. So you will have all of these things, because you will not be able to travel. You will not be able to have a job. You will not be able to do anything without those things. You will have a certificate or a card or a pass that tells the authorities that you've been injected, so therefore you are allowed to do things. That injection will contain things that will are beyond our understanding. But after that, what will happen? Life will go on. Life will go on. And the body is resilient. The body is healing. The body will heal. And we will find ways, like we always have. We've gone underground many years when Codex tried to stop us from sharing truth about real food. And we're not allowed to say cure. That's another stranglehold, which we all know the cure of the human body is real fruit and vegetables and herbs and plants and roots, all the real medicine. Let food be thy medicine, let medicine be thy food. And we will continue. And yes, healers will be probably pushed underground again. Real fruit and vegetables and all the other things will be attacked once again, as they are being doing right now. And life will go on, because the system can't stop everybody from the truth. Healers were burned once. They were called witches. They were burned because of their knowledge, and their knowledge was gifted freely, helping and healing people, their brothers and sisters. And they were burnt for that. They were killed. And it's almost like that will happen now, killing us softly. We move on, and we will move on. Somebody asked me, can we stop this? And I said, I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure, because so many people are not willing to accept what they see in front of them, and we have now seen what's happened. And literally, one man's expression was, to the New World Order, this is a wet dream to them. What we have done, we have gone down on our knees and we have allowed this to happen. And it is such a clever game, because half of you now are saying, but what about everybody else? What about the virus killing everybody? If we go outside and contaminate everybody, we should stay inside. See how clever it is? Do you not see how clever this is? If you were going to create something, isn't this so clever? Is there a virus? There is definitely something going on, and people definitely are dying like they die every day, of course. And ask yourself, what is the symptoms of all of this? Is it really a virus, or could it be maybe something else? My conclusion, like many, many others, and many thousands of scientists who have stood in Parliament, in Congress, and stated that 5G has an effect, and it is a radiation effect. And radiation, poisoning, has the same effect, coincidentally, as the coronavirus. Everybody's screaming it's the coronavirus. You've tested for coronavirus. I would say, like many others, there is a multiple attack going on at this moment. And that's why everybody's fighting with everybody. And that's why within the confusion, we all separate. And maybe there is a virus which was made in a lab, which many people believe, and it's probably right. But I also believe that the 5G, which had been put up everywhere in the world, has a significant part to play in this rollout of 5G and the reason why so many people are struggling to breathe properly, why they feel like they've got flu-like symptoms. So I don't think it's one thing, and I think where we're all going wrong is where believing it must be one reason. But hey, just think about that a moment. What if it's more than one attack? What if it's a very clever plan by this, what people believe is the New World Order, these few handful of psychopaths who want to change the world, who want to turn it to a one world government. And as you can see, it's rolling out that way. It's happening right now. You can see it. The Georgia Guidestones were there for us to see. As we all know, these psychopaths play a game with us. So whether it's in Hollywood, whether they show us in Hollywood, whether it's epidemics on Netflix, they show us before it happens. They put fear into us before it happens. So we become easily led. We're already ready for it. We're already brainwashed to the possibility of these things happening. I would say to everybody, it's a really good moment to stand back and really pay attention to everything what's happening. Listen for the words. Listen to what they're saying and what they're doing. And I think as an end result to all of this, I do believe we'll still be here. I believe, with my hand on my heart, that there is something happening much higher than what we understand, much more deeper than what we understand. And this is where I want to come to. The reality of this world, as we know it, is what you see every day. But what if I put to you a different suggestion of something even more greater and powerful? See if you're ready for it. Just take a deep breath at the moment and close your eyes for a second and open your mind, open your heart, open yourself up to allowing new thoughts, new feelings, new understandings right now. See yourself as an empty bottle, but the bottom of the bottle is cut, so anything that comes through you will go straight out. What I share with you now, I want you not to hold on to, but just to feel it as a possibility. You are not your flesh. I am not Mark Bajerski. That is just a name given to me. You are not your name. This flesh, this mouth, these ears, these eyes are here for the time this body allows us to be. After that, You move from this body into the real realms of your home. It is a vibration of the most amazingness. Cannot be described, cannot be felt, cannot be smelled, cannot be seen in the way we see it through our eyes. The colours, you couldn't possibly imagine. When we sleep at night, our spirit either stays in the physical body or it leaves the physical body. There is no space and time, that's only in our head. But imagine that when our body sleeps, our spirit leaves the body and it goes to work. That work is really who we are and what we do. When we wake up, what we do and who we are isn't really the real core of our being. It simply is to find out what our path is here and what we choose to do, who we are as a physical being. Testing ourselves, challenging ourselves, feeling the pain, feeling joys sometimes, feeling happiness, feeling laughter, experience. But when you lie down and close your eyes and you fall into a deep sleep, some people call it astral travel. Some people claim that they see and feel things, do things. The spirit is you. You are the spirit. And when you leave, you are then in the realms of spirit, of that world, our home. And that's when work is being done. I put forward to you something you may not believe, you may not know, but it's something that in these 16 years, I've learned to realize that we only really truly work when we fall asleep. We actually work 1,000 times harder. We are doing things in the realms of spirit. And do you know what we're doing right now? We're helping in what would seem a most important moment in this world. We are working as warriors, as light workers. We are creating, we are helping this light, this vibration. So many of you will say, wow, I'm really struggling to wake up now. I'm struggling when I'm asleep, it's sometimes really heavy, or I'm getting nightmares and things that it's weird when I sleep. That's because many of you are working as warriors. And there is a kind of, I don't want to say the word battle, but there is something happening on a spiritual level. So it is interesting times. Do I know what's happening fully? No, but I know that when I wake up, there's some serious work going on. And whatever my spirit is doing, I honor that. And when I come back into my body, I honor my body and my spirit. I say, thank you. I'm here again. So what can I learn? What can I do right now to make a difference, to help this vibration? Well, I meditate every day. I send my love and healing to people who need it. I send my love and healing to the people who are causing pain and suffering in this world. I try my best to bring out the positivity within the world, share good messages. I also share my truth. I don't fight, I don't argue, I just do my best. If I fight with others and argue, that's only on an egoistic level. I've gone past that. I've no time for ego anymore. Life is too short. The burden of weight of fear, worry, sadness, what ifs, is too heavy. I can't carry that anymore. I did that 38 years. I'm not doing that no more. So I don't get involved in that pain and suffering. I just let it go. And I've said to you many times, the two things that you'll always do in this world, you can never not do, is pay your taxes and move into the light. Go home. It's going to happen. So what are you going to do with the in-between of being born and moving into your beautiful light and home? Are you going to worry about that every day? Are you going to fear about that? The one thing I noticed is if all you ever do is fear and worry about what's going to happen next, then that lowers your immune system. And the chances of you becoming ill, not through a virus, but being ill because of anything, because your immune system is low. So I won't worry and fear, because that's not going to help anybody. I noticed something else 16 years ago. I was always worrying and fearing. It affected everybody so badly around me, so that doesn't help. So by being the light, by feeling positive and being positive, you will get through this, whatever happens. And there's always a way. There's always a way. There's always a way to conquer any obstacle in your way. And I know a lot of people, and I listen to a lot of amazing people, because when you listen to people who are always in fear, then all you'll ever know is fear. But when you listen to amazing people who are clever and sharp, who are rising above all of these things, then you're learning how to become that. So choose your friends wisely. Choose your mentors, your heroes wisely. See and feel, but most of all, become your greatest mentor, become your greatest hero. Be the Buddha, be Jesus, be God, be whoever you want to be, but be in you. Create that in you. All of these other people created it in themselves. They didn't instantly become a god or a hero or a Buddha. They worked hard and they fell more than you. How do you think they got to where they were? By working hard at what they believed in, and they worked and they worked and they fell and they fell and they got up, and the ones who kept getting up eventually had all of this wealth of information that they became these people of, wow, look at you. And we just stand back and think that they just became this person. No, they didn't. They're just like you. So now become the guru, become your greatest hero. There's always, always the light in between the darkness. That's what you need to look out for. You need to believe in yourself. And yes, there may be forced vaccines. Yes, they may challenge us and may stop us doing this and that. They may. But what are you going to do? Box clever. There's always ways around everything. There's petitions. There's sharing your truth. The more that stand up in this world, the greater the chances we can make a change. And change is coming. So now we are at a pinnacle. And I am hoping that you are watching this video today and you will stand up and be counted and say no to the world and say yes to truth and happiness and love and free will and choice. We have a choice still. Let us hold on to that and let us not fight for it, but let us stand up for free will and our freedom to choose. Have a beautiful day, guys, from my heart to yours. Please send some messages underneath here and tell me what you're feeling today. And I think we shall do a meditation if you want to join me later on. A really nice meditation. And I feel, just at this thought, the meditation will be how to strengthen ourselves so we will overcome any fear. We'll do it later on. I'll do a live, okay? It's going to be wonderful. Remember, everything is simply an illusion. Have a great day, guys. Take care.